let's have a look at my Custom Placeable Toolkit, currently in version 1.3. This one is packed with very handy features compared to the one that ships with Giants Editor, which I find is a good start, but it doesn't do well currently for a good and optimized workflow. So let's run through the features here. These parts here are just like the default. You set a mod folder and you set a placeable config file. So this would normally be the placeables XML in your map. And this would be either in your map, the base game, or a separate mod, such as Buildings in Norway is a separate mod to my map, but they are very much linked together. So now I can load a placeable XML file. Let's take this one, for instance, and let's load another one. And at last, I'll do something extreme, which this never could do. I'll set the Farming Sim folder to be where I want to load a placeable from. I'll find my placeable, and I'll do this on purpose because I've already used it in my map. That's the dairy. Now, there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes here. So each of these placeables have user attributes. I've set it up so that it will default to bought with farm and override. It is ticked, and farm ID is 0. So if you start a new game, you don't own the building, but you can buy it if the building has a feature to let you buy it. Further, let's take them in a gameplay perspective here. XML file name. This will write out a code for the placeables XML file, which is the path to where the XML is stored. So this is game engine or in-game related. The unique idea is handy when you are working with a placeable in GE, because this means you can move it around and change attributes here, and then click this Update Placeables XML file button, which means I can move this around here. That means the transforms have changed, and then I can click Update Placeables XML, and it will write out that data. If the placeable doesn't exist already, it will add that line. And whatever you do, the unique idea will keep track of which asset is changed and what has changed with it. So let's have a look at this dairy, for instance, because I have already placed this before I made this modified toolkit. And that means I have a coordinate here, the position and rotation over here, but I also added a unique ID to it, just very quickly to test it. So I can now select my dairy and replace the unique ID here. This has been randomized on creation, but I'm overriding it with my own. And now I can click this button here, Get Placeable Coordinates. So it will look for that unique ID in the placeables file, find the coordinates, and move it just like that. So that's very handy if you have already started working on your map and would like to have a visual representation of where things are going. Further, I've added a feature to show and hide placeables. I can select, like, I can cherry pick just one or multiple, but I can also group all of these in one transform group, hide everything inside here, which is very handy when you have maybe tens of placeables on your map. So I've already set up my map with many placeables. So let's find them over here. Let's see. There we go, placeables. Now I have both nested transform groups here, and I have placeables directed on the root of this placeables transform group. So it doesn't matter how deep these are nested, really. the script will look for the prefix preplaced underscore, and it will handle them accordingly. So show selected placeables, and this is real time. It loads super quick. It is just mind-blowing how quick it goes. And if I were to only want to load specific placeables, of course I can do that. So I could select this farm over here. Maybe I want to work on something only over there. Fine, no problem. And you can, of course, hide them the same way as well. And last, we have this delete placeable. If I click this, it will permanently delete the placeable item in the scene graph here, but also in the placeables XML file, because it will look for the unique ID and delete the entire line. All right, I hope that covers it. It became a bit longer than I thought it would be, but yeah, I think this toolkit can be very inspiring and help you out with placeables in the future maps.